Oh, hey, what's up, YouTubers? Darth Padre here. It's been a little while. I miss you guys. One of the reasons I haven't been posting as much is because I've just been sucked into this game here, No Man's Sky. I've personally really been enjoying it. Nonetheless, I've had a lot of friends and acquaintances online, and a lot of friends and acquaintances in real life ask me, what it's about, and more commonly, is it a good game? And I can't answer that question, in all honesty. This is truly a game that you either love or you either hate. There is really no gray area about this. I mean, obviously there is, but a vast majority of people are either going to really enjoy this game or they're not going to like it at all. And that's what I got to tell people. And so I decided to basically make this video to show, there's no real spoilers in this game, but to show you a little bit about what it's about, so you can get an idea of whether you would enjoy it or not. So I'm going to get right into it here. We're in a spaceship, and basically what this game is all about is space exploration, from basically this solar system that I'm in right now, orbiting this planet, to down onto the planet, exploring the planet, to going to other solar systems. I'm going to try to show as much of this as possible in this video, just to kind of give you an idea what it's about. Again, before we get into it too much, I do want to go to, it's not there, into this menu. A character is built up of three things. The exosuit, which is basically it's a backpack, but think of it just as kind of your character, your being, and the things he can hold and the technology he has. Not going to go into details, but that's kind of what this is. Your starship, what I'm flying in right now, this also has its own slots, basically, for weaponry and holding cargo and your engines, those kind of things. And last is the multi-tool, which it truly is that. It's a multifaceted tool. It's your gun, it's your mining tool, it's your scanner. It also does analysis through a visor, which is pretty cool. So these are the three main components of who you are. So we are in the ship right now, and obviously there's this planet just like right ahead of us. So what we're going to do is going to go ahead and explore this planet into this warp drive. This is actually isn't warp drive. I forget what it's called, like pulse engines or something. But it makes you go really fast. Come down in on this planet. I've never been here. This is completely new to me. This is a new solar system, so I don't know anything about it. We're going to kind of find out together. So, coming in on this planet, coming in kind of fast. It's kind of hard to actually crash your ship. You actually have to try to crash your ship. They've kind of dumbed it down to the fact where it's not necessarily a fighting combat game by any means. Again, it's about space exploration. There is a little bit of combat in it. It is completely single player. I shouldn't say completely. There are other people out there, but finding them is a chore. So consider it a single-person game, and if you happen to come across another player, well, that's just kind of an added bonus or nuisance. I don't know exactly what it would be. Nonetheless, I'm talking too much. Let's kind of get into action. Just kind of scanning the environment. Visually, I also have that pulse that I just sent out, and that's actually electronically scanning the environment. And you'll see these question marks kind of come up. Those are points of interest, but I'm not even going to care about those right now. I'm just going to land this ship. So here we go. When we land, the little pop-up's going to come up, and it's going to tell us kind of the status of the planet itself, and we're going to pay attention to that. So the weather, snowstorms in red, so that's brutal. Sentinels are low. The Sentinels kind of protect the planet. Think of them as like a really aggressive Greenpeace or PETA. They do not like you destroying the environment at all, and will take you out if you do so. So this planet is super cold. That was one of the things we picked up, and if you see in the lower left-hand corner, there's a bar that's going down right now, and it's got that little icicle icon. And then I get those warnings coming up going, look, it's really cold. If you stay out here, you're pretty much going to die. And we don't want to do that. There's a lot of different ways we can actually protect ourselves from this, but one of the cheap and easiest ways is we're just going to hop in our ship really quick. And you'll see that bar is now going back up. So it goes back up to full. And then we can get out and do our thing again. So a couple main things that go on when you're on a planet is gathering resources. And again, I have a pulse I can scan out, and then on the HUD it kind of shows these icons of resources and other things I can check out. All the resources seem to be elements and compounds. Most of them like actually real. I don't know if Thadium 6 is something real, but I mean, here's iron. I'm mining this iron right now. You can see it actually pops up in the middle of how much iron I'm collecting. That's my multi-tool. Again, it does a lot of different things. It's sending out this pulse. Another cool thing about this game is, okay, so here I'm going to pick up this resource, but that's a, you know, a life form, a plant. And so what I can do is actually scan this plant, and then bam, that's a new discovery. No one in this game has discovered that plant, specifically on this planet. You'll actually see that plant a lot on other planets just because it gives off the platinum or whatever it gives off. But there's other things like these trees, for instance. So I'm going to go ahead and scan one of these trees. So I'm the first one to discover that tree. I'm going to hop back in my ship just because we are taking, our shields are going down because it's so cold out. But let me go and show you this now. So everything in red I have not named, basically. All this stuff in green I was actually able to name it. So this is the system, the star system we just started in before I was even in the planet. We were flying around. So I can actually rename this. Let's just call it YouTube. So that solar system is now called YouTube for the life of this game, at least on PlayStation. So if someone else comes along, it happens to stumble across this star system, they'll see that I discovered it and that I named it YouTube. So one cool thing is about this, if you actually like the name of the planet that it gives you, which you rarely will, but if you do, you can just upload that name directly. You don't actually have to rename it. These are horrible names, but sometimes I just like to make up words. So that's what we're doing there. And then the same goes true for those plants that I scanned. So here's that tree. So we can actually rename this thing. Let's just call it a tree. And so if someone else, again, comes to this solar system, the YouTube solar system, and then lands on this planet, Gokiji, and checks out this plant, they'll see that I discovered all of that. Darth Padre discovered that, and he was able to name those things. So it's kind of a really cool feature about this, is you're permanently naming everything that you find, scan in, and go and rename. So it's a little bit of a process. You get some credits when you do that. Credits are good for buying things, as in all games. But so that's kind of a cool little scan and find out what's going on feature. Okay, so here's something. I don't have enough. I'm trying to take off, and it says there's not enough fuel in my thrusters. So there is a little bit of maintenance to all of your stuff. It needs power, it needs energy, and those kind of things. If I highlight my launch thrusters, I can see what I need to actually fuel it. Plutonium. I happen to have that. I mined that earlier, so we're going to go ahead and fill that up. Now I have enough fuel, and I can blast off. So cool. We kind of checked out this planet a little bit. I'm actually very specifically looking for gold. What I do is just cruise this planet and see if I can see a gold. I don't even want to call it a vein, but there's these like big gold outcroppings, basically, that you'll see. They stick out of the planet, kind of like a sore thumb. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Anyways, I'm being kind of selfish because while I'm here, I figure I might as well see if they have gold. But nonetheless, that's it. I didn't see. Let's go back to this. I don't know if. Okay, there are animals here, so let's actually